Imagine turning a plain boundary wall into a living spice rack that perfumes every breeze with basil, mint, and lemon thyme while silently keeping mosquitoes away. A fragrant shield that doubles as culinary treasure. That single, slim vertical planting panel can save you floor space, upgrade your fence from bland to breathtaking, and instantly set the tone for an outdoor room that feels curated rather than cobbled together. Welcome to today's deep dive into boundary wall brilliance. Garden walls are no longer passive partitions. They're canvases for personality, sustainability, and smart storage. Whether you're starting with raw concrete, aging timber, or utilitarian metal sheets, the right treatment can blur lines between architecture and landscape while anchoring the entire backyard aesthetic. Over the next half hour, we'll unpack design strategies that stretch budgets, maximize square footage, and adapt effortlessly to shifting seasons, giving every style, from cottagecore to ultramodern, a cohesive magazine-worthy finish. We'll begin with trends shaping 2025's outdoor living vibe. Designers are leaning heavily into natural textures. Sand-washed plaster, rough-sawn cedar, and reclaimed brick create tactile backdrops that feel grounded and timeless. Mood boards are drenched in muted earth pigments. Think terracotta, sage, and sun-kissed oatmeal, layered with soft white or charcoal accents for contrast. Even sleek metal panels get a textural twist through weathering steel that develops a protective russet patina, adding depth without constant upkeep. Texture alone doesn't steal the show. Shape matters too. Slatted cladding laid horizontally can visually widen a narrow yard, while vertical battens elongate the fence line, making petite plots feel grand. Curved sections are emerging as a gentle foil to boxy architecture. A semicircular trellis gate or arched lattice inset breaks rigid geometry and invites movement. Borrow this concept by integrating rounded planter pockets or scalloped top rails that soften strong lines without complicating construction. Color psychologists remind us that outdoor palettes influence energy flow. Warm neutrals such as adobe and gingerbread brown evoke coziness and pair gracefully with seasonal foliage shifts, whereas cooler grays lend urban sophistication and allow flower colors to pop. If you fear commitment, test swatches in morning and evening light before coating the entire expanse. A half-and-half technique, painting the lower third a darker tone, grounds the wall, disguises dirt splash, and leaves the upper area lighter, airy, and uplifting. Let's talk living fences. Plant-based partitions that add privacy, absorb noise, and boost biodiversity. Fast-growing clumping bamboo screens create an evergreen backdrop, but if you crave color variation, try layered hedging. Evergreen yew for structure, deciduous dogwood for fiery stems, and flowering hydrangea for summer drama. For rental situations, containerized pleached trees offer height without permanent excavation. Keep root balls in generous planters lined against the boundary. giving a mature, leafy wall that can migrate with you. Another living wall option surging in popularity is the herb pocket system. Modular felt or recycled PET panels pre-stitched into pockets. Install irrigation drip lines once, then swap out plants seasonally. Strawberries in spring, dwarf peppers in summer, ornamental kale in fall. The effect is a shifting mural of color and flavor, perfect for foodies and pollinators alike. Add LED grow strips under the top lip for subtle ambience and year-round productivity during shorter winter days. Budget-friendly shoppers rejoice. You don't need boutique upgrades to achieve designer impact. Salvaged wooden pallets, when disassembled, yield an abundance of weathered planks ideal for chevron or herringbone cladding patterns. Alternating stain intensities amplifies the motif, creating an artisanal mosaic that feels bespoke. Seal the timber with breathable exterior oil to prolong life and keep the charm intact. Pair with simple galvanized planter boxes for an accessible yet polished look that belies its humble origins. If palettes aren't your thing, consider corrugated metal offcuts. Their rhythmic ripples catch light beautifully and provide a contemporary counterpoint to lush greenery. Spray them with a clear matte sealer to mellow industrial shine, or embrace the raw aesthetic by allowing a light oxidized bloom to form. Frame sheets with slim cedar trim to elevate the finish, then echo the metal texture in small accessories. A ripple pattern side table or corrugated planter to reinforce cohesion. When space is limited, every centimeter counts. Opt for wall-hung fold-down benches crafted from marine-grade plywood hinged with heavy-duty brackets. By day, they sit flush against the fence, clearing pathways for gardening tasks. By evening, they unfold into cocktail perches or homework desks overlooking the veggie patch. Stain them a contrasting shade so, even folded, they read as deliberate design features rather than utilitarian add-ons. This dual-purpose element exemplifies function without sacrificing beauty. Seasonality drives outdoor color accents. Spring rewards soft pastels, blush planters, mint lanterns, mirroring new blooms. Summer invites sunburned citrus cushions and cobalt pottery that stand proud against a mature green canopy. Autumn dials down saturation but boosts warmth. Ochre throws and rust-tone lanterns mimic falling leaves, while winter celebrates crisp minimalism. Black metal lanterns, ivory fairy lights, and evergreen garlands. Swap textiles and lightweight decor instead of repainting walls to keep the space feeling fresh year-round. Next up, rhythm and repetition. Principles borrowed from interior design yet essential outdoors. Repeating vertical timber slats at equal intervals guides the eye along the perimeter, subtly elongating the garden. Interspersing 3 identical planter niches at measured heights introduces cadence without clutter. For maximalist tastes, embrace pattern layering. Overlay a diamond grid trellis atop horizontal boards, then punctuate intersections with small terracotta pots housing trailing nasturtium, adding playful depth and movement. Privacy does not require complete opacity. Semi-transparent screens, lattice, woven wire, or perforated aluminum filter views without blocking sunlight. Incorporate climbing jasmine or clematis to soften hard edges. The blossoms weave through gaps, creating a dynamic interplay of shadow and scent. During evening gatherings, position solar uplights behind the screen so silhouettes of leaves dance across surfaces, introducing theatrical flair that turns an ordinary fence into nocturnal artwork. Let's examine material pairings that feel fresh. Cedar boards alongside slim black steel posts deliver Scandinavian restraint, while whitewashed brick next to warm teak benches conjures Mediterranean calm. 4 coastal-leaning homes, bleached driftwood look planks capped with stainless hardware echo boardwalk charm. Mixing rough stone bases with smooth render above adds tactile contrast and helps delay moisture migration upward, protecting finish coats. Always choose complementary yet distinct textures to prevent monotony.